Hi folks, it's CALC here, and in this short video we're going to take a good look at how Novation's Summit Polysynth works alongside the Novation Components software. Novation Components is a very powerful librarian and essentially management system for your Summit. It allows you to save and store all of your patches into the cloud or directly onto your computer, and you can also use components either via a web MIDI browser or directly on your computer as a standalone as well. Let's jump straight in and see how Summit works with component software. Now we're into the component software, you'll see now there are a huge amount of libraries available to us to use with the Summit synthesizer. There are thousands of different presets available for free directly from components. So for example, here we'll go to the jogging house presets, and if I hit on expand here, I'll get access to all of the different presets in that particular pack. If I want to send it directly to Summit, I can just simply click on Send to Summit, choose the bank I want to send it to, in this instance Bank D. It will now send over to Summit. We can see the patches being received there, and now when I go to my Bank D patches, I have all of those jogging house patches available to me. I can also get my banks from Summit by clicking Get Bank from Summit, and we can manage this very nicely. So let's go and grab the single Bank D. This is the jogging house bank I've just placed in there. And now we can see our 128 patches in Bank D. And when we get to around about the 50 patch mark, here we are, they're now init patches. So why don't we grab some additional patches and put those in? So let's go to the light bath zones here, and let's choose a couple of patches. So I'm going to click this one, right place. I'm going to drag that into part number 50. There it is. Math is music, we'll go to 51. Spectral cloaks into 52, and so on. Once again, when I've done this, I can either save this combination of patches that we've created or send directly to Summit. Hit Send to Summit, choose the bank we want to send it to, and in it goes. Let's say you find a great single patch but is part of a multi-patch directly on the synthesizer. So for example, let's open up this factory multi-collection here and expand. Let's send that directly to the Summit, and we'll send again to Bank D. Now this takes a little longer because of course we're sending 2 patches per patch. And now when we go to the librarian, we can get bank from Summit, open up the multi-patch Bank D, and again we can see our various different multis. But if I want to isolate or grab one of the patches directly out of this multi, I can now click this down arrow, and this will expose both Part A's patch and Part B's patch. At this stage, I can now change this or send this directly into one of my single patches. So I can easily manage between multi-patches and single patches using the component software. I can also save my own banks here, and if I use these filters, I can filter out the Novation packs, and this will now leave me with my user packs. And here I have a number of different packs that I've created in my login for Novation Components. So that's the librarian for Summit. Some of the other pages that we have here is the firmware update. So let's go to the firmware page. Currently this is using the current firmware, so there is no firmware for me to download and put onto the instrument. However, if there was a firmware update, you'll find it here in the components page. We also have access to the Summit user guide here as well, and also to our support. We can also use the component software to load in any microtuning we might want into the Summit. Summit has 16 different microtuning tables, and we can upload a tuning table into any one of these at any time using the component software. If I click on Upload Tuning Table here, it will open up my File menu, and I can then basically choose the tuning table I want. Here I've downloaded a full range of different Scala tunings available from the Scala website, and this is a great place to start. So let's just choose one at random. Let's go for 11 plus here, open Scala file, and we'll get a little description of what's going on in that particular tuning table. Now I'll send that directly to the Summit, and we'll send it into table 1. We hit Send to Summit, and that has now sent it into the instrument. To access that tuning table, I now need to go to my oscillator menu to the very first page and choose Tuning Table 1. If I want to edit that tuning table, you'll find the tuning table itself in the settings page, right at the very end of the menu. And here we are on tuning table 1. So that was a quick look at the component software in conjunction with Summit. It's a great way to manage and store and save all your patches for the instrument, and also keep a nice backup of them on your computer as well. And equally, it's the great way of being able to upload micro-tunings to your Summit instrument. If you want to find out a little more about all of the various different aspects of the Summit synthesizer, do check out the videos which we're providing, giving a deep dive into the Summit synthesizer engine.